Hey, welcome back to another tutorial. This time we're going to go over the world orb component, the various differences between different types of world orbs, the different colors, the difference between a session and a world, and what it all means. This is a request from Starkiddo, who requested information on this, and I'm happy to oblige, so here we go. Get up over into Smooth POV, and you'll notice that my private UI is on. It needs to be on for the whole video, as a lot of sort of world management UI appears in the private UI space. So just ignore my camera if you see it. Check the meta tutorial series for more information on that one. So first of all, I want to cover the difference between a session and a world, as that comes up a lot. So I am inside a session right now. I'm inside this session here, which is tutorial world. And you can see that I'm in it because there's one there. One person inside it. You can also see that it's an active session because it is pink. The outline around a world orb, when that's pink, it means that there is an active session and it has people inside it. And so that is a session of a world. So if I grab a pen outside my face. So this orb here is a session of this world here. There can be more than one session of this world. There could be unlimited sessions of this world. So this is one session of this world. On VR chat and other platforms like that, they call it instances. You can make like a new instance of a world. You can use that terminology if that helps. So this pink orb here is an instance or a session of this world here. And you can tell the difference between the two world orbs here because the session orb has a pink color around it. It usually has a color around it, and the world orb does not. Additionally, the world orb has the author information. It has the number of visits to it. This isn't visitors. This isn't active people in the world. This is the number of people that visited it. Think about it like a hit counter on a website from the olden days of the web. You know, how many people have visited this world rather than how many people are there right now. You can also tell easily if you click the orb. Session orbs will just do this weird effect if you click them once, where they kind of just pulsate a little bit. The world orb will bring up this menu. This menu will be different depending on if you own the world or not. So I own this tutorial world, so I'll see this menu. Check out my world creation series for more information about this menu. I'm not going to go over it today. What I am going to do, though, is go to the world browser, and I'm going to grab the world orb for Stronghold by Enverix. So I can show you what the context menu looks for, like a world that I don't own. You can see it's just the start new session and start custom session here. And for this one, I've got all these options because I own the world. So there you go. That's the difference between a session orb and a world orb. I'm going to focus on session orbs for a little bit, and we're going to do that by walking over to this plate of sessions over here. This is the standard session plate. You can find this inside Neos Essentials. People have various different examples of them own. The easiest way to tell if you've got one is if you see these violet and pink orbs on it. So we just talked about the pink orb, but I'm going to grab one as a reminder. So this is H3's home base, and you can see it's pink, and that there are 4 people inside it right now, and that's because the number 4 is pink, and that means there are 4 people inside here. So if you want to go speak to 4 people, this is the world you'd go join in H3's home base. You can even see H3 there. I hope they're having a good time. Good to see you in this video. You can also see another session here. Here's mining by Hamish, SHFR, and there's 1 person inside there. So those are the pink world orbs on this plate. You'll also see a lot of violet orbs appearing. So here's an example, Japanese Shrine and Village by Enverixbot, and you'll see that it's got a violet outline. This means that it's an active session, but there is no one inside it. It's empty. You'll frequently see empty sessions when they're being hosted by headless people. In fact, all of the sessions here that are the violet color are headless sessions. You'll see Enverixbot is hosting quite a lot of headless worlds. But there's also Mecha. Looks like the Mecha Turk worlds have also vanished, but they were there a moment ago. I'm not sure where they are. The nature of recording a tutorial here. You'll see Orange List. There you go. That's another headless world that's being hosted by Orange from the Japanese community. Hi to you as well. So that is the difference between the pink color and the violet color. I call this blue because I'm colorblind, but I looked it up in terms of color. It's actually violet. The thing to note about these session plates is that they're highly configurable. I have a tutorial on how to configure them. You can find that in the link below in the description. And also the note here is that this is the top 30 active sessions. If there are more than 30 sessions running on Neos, then you will not see them all on this plate. You can edit this plate so that it will render more sessions, but that doesn't scale. This is a problem that Neos is going to sort of fix over the coming sort of months, etc. with the new UI. Mechaturk's now reappeared, so you can see there's more worlds here. Stage Lounge directory will be somewhere. There it is. That's one of my worlds that they're hosting for me. So that's the session plate. That's the difference between pink and violet. Let's go on to more sort of world-based things. So let's go over making a world from the world browser, making a world orb even. So if I go to the world browser here and I go to browse worlds, I can select any of these worlds here, and this list here isn't a session browser, this is a world browser, so all of these make worlds. So if I wanted to go to Stronghold, I could go here, and if I hit open world, it'll open the world without getting me an orb, but if I hit get world orb, it'll get me a world orb, and then I can open the world. So I'm going to go ahead and open this world. I'm going to head and start custom session. The access control that you can do here when you're starting a session of a world are quite self-explanatory, but I'll go over them anyway. Anyone means anyone can join. Registered users is only registered users, so users that have a Neos account. Friends is only for friends. LAN users means only users on the same local area network as you, in the same house or building. Nobody strict invited users is a private world. You can invite people to it, or you can be alone like I am recording this tutorial. So I'm going to hit nobody. Don't worry too much about mobile friendly or unsafe mode. I'll go over those in a different video. Check the description. I'll update it when I have content on those. So I'm going to go ahead and start a session. I've been to this world before, so it's going to load in quite quickly, as everything should be from cache. It is quite a heavy world in terms of assets, so there's going to be a bit of checkerboarding until those load in. Here comes the terrain. And here comes the wooden paneling of the stronghold. And there we go. So now we're inside this world. If I now go back to my tutorial world here, and I can do this using my world switcher menu here, you'll see that Stronghold now has this orange outline color. And that's because there is an opened world. So it goes orange when there's an opened world. So this is a world orb that has an opened session. It will turn orange. You'll also note that it's orange in my world switcher menu here. So you can see Stronghold is orange there. That means it's open, but it means I'm not inside it. The cyan color here means that I'm inside it. So I'm inside the tutorial world. If I go back to Stronghold, you'll now see Stronghold is this cyan color, and tutorial world is the orange color. So that's what the orange color means. It means a world orb that has an open session on it. So here you can see when I click this, a new option has appeared, join session. And that's because when you create a session using a world orb, it registered that session with the world orb so that it can function as both. This is why this is confusing. So hopefully this is making sense. Please do let me know if you have questions. I know there's a lot of colors and numbers and symbols going on, so do let me know. There are a couple of other colors that you might see. I'm going to do my best to force one of those to happen, which is a sort of yellow color. So if I go to here, this is a world by Insane Crocs. This is Rest and Sleep Recreation. If I get the world orb here, you'll see it's this kind of yellowish bright color. That means it's new and I haven't visited it. This one isn't that color, or wasn't that color when I spawned it, because I had visited Stronghold before, but I haven't visited this world. If I open this world, this will never be yellow again because I have visited it. Additionally, if a Zangrox updates that world, it may in some cases go back to the bright yellow color, indicating that it's been updated. You can tell that using the updated button here, which will show you worlds that have been updated recently. So, for example, ISS IRL, I've been there before, but it's yellow because it's been updated. Peter, I think I did some updates. Let's try and find another example. I've been to Pet Shop. I remember being to Pet Shop, but it's been updated recently, so again, it's yellow. So that is yellow for you. There are a couple of other colors that you might see. If you see red, it usually means that an error has happened. You may see an error message appearing like next to the world orb in that case, or you might have something in the logs. You shouldn't see it too many times. If you do, it means something's gone wrong. Red is bad, obviously. The no color, that means it's a world orb, and I think that's really it for the colors. I'm probably going to be proven wrong. There's probably another color hiding there somewhere that means something, but we won't see it there. That's all I really wanted to cover is those sort of items. If you have any other questions or you'd like more information, please do let me know in the comments, or drop me a line in game, or come find me, etc. I do hope that kind of helps things along. I know that this can be confusing. The UI updates that the newest team are working diligently on right now will improve things here. I'm going to repeat the final takeaway just one more time, which is these are session orbs. It means that there are people inside them. If there's a number in pink, it means there are a number of people in them. So there are 6 people inside H3's home base now. So if you want to go speak to someone, that's how you would find them. If you open the world browser here, these aren't sessions. These are just world listings. So there are not 517 people in the directory, and there are not 167 people in the pet shop. If you click this and then this, you will open a session. You won't open, you'll open a session of this world. You won't open any other session that people are in. If you want a joiner session, use one of these plates. If you can't find those plates, you can go to your inventory, go to Neos Essentials, and then you will find it right here. It says Session Joiner. There's also a custom one here called Session Joiner that has some added features of like a clock, and if you click the plate here, you'll get some options here. This is made by the Zyro design team. I go over this more in the tutorial on how the session plates work, so I'll link that in the video description as well. That's all I want to say. I'm kind of wittering on now. If you made it to the end, thank you. I will see you next time. I hope that helps, Starkiddo. Let me know what you think in the description, in the comments. Sorry. Bye bye.